It's not the best of nights if you're an Indian cricket fan, but some fans I have managed to sort of hold on to me. Not too many of them want to speak, but disappointment is obviously the key word here. But what do you think went wrong for the team, especially after they batted first?
I think disappointment is quite an understatement. I genuinely do not want to bash the team that much, that frequently, but I did not feel that there was. I understand you can be bundled out for 240, but I did not feel that there was a great amount of intent in the fielding as the Australians shown. Like the way Warner went on to show the display on the field right in front of us. I mean, coming all the way from Delhi for this game, I was all excited. I believe that any team can win on any particular day. It's not a big deal for India to lose a game. But I didn't feel that after the first 3 wickets fell, we could capitalize on that and possibly, somehow latch on to that kind of momentum. So that's something where we went wrong about.
Okay, but the way Australia played, it also perhaps shows that big match mentality which Pat Cummins yesterday was talking about. He said, we haven't played well, but we don't need to be at our best to win. And perhaps that hunger which you were mentioning, that they showed in the field, and the Indian batting they stifled pretty much.
Actually, me and my brother-in-law was talking yesterday only that Australia is not Afghanistan or Pakistan or Sri Lanka. They are big match team. They are big match team. But your question was something else. I want to say something else. One thing that I was feeling and I could hear was Dhoni. I know he retired long ago. I know he retired long ago. I know he's nowhere here. But everybody could feel his absence, every single one. And I'm telling you, he may not be there, he will not be there. But every time India loses or India crumbles down in pressure situation, one man will always be recognized and remembered, Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
But unfortunately, that's sport, right? You move on. But you wanted to say something. A lot of fans have come from all over. They wanted to see an Indian win. But this is sport, right? Somebody wins, somebody loses. Do you think on the day Australia showed that they just knew how to play the occasion better? Because Pat Cummins said yesterday that we are here and we know how to silence the crowd. And that's what they did.
Absolutely. I think the major difference between Indian and Australian team today was that Australia knows how to win big tournaments. Now, what happens with India is that when they come to a big occasion, I think what happens is that they start focusing on the outcome, right? They get very excited and they start thinking about we are going to win and everything, right? But what happens with Australia is that they focus entirely on the process. And what the man said about Dhoni is that he was excellent with the process. His whole idea was that we should not focus on the outcome. His whole idea was we should focus on the process. And I think India did not focus on the process. They were not in the match. They were pretty much excited, and that is what resulted in India not winning.
But it was also a great Australian performance with the ball. The fact that you had, once Rohit Sharma gave the start, you also had Kohli and Rahul at the crease, and they shackled this Indian great batting lineup. And Travis had showed you had to be a bit brave. Is that what you feel a bit let down, that perhaps India could have attacked the game a bit more in that first inning?
If I could add, I think it clearly showed that Australia has pedigree. There's something called pedigree, and these are, I mean, as a football fan, I would want to correlate them with Real Madrid. They can never be underdogs in any tournament. If they've come to the finals, they never lose finals. They're absolutely one of the best teams to have ever played the game of cricket. And this is, I mean, the 4th World Cup, if I'm not wrong. 4th ICC 50 over World Cup. 6th. I mean, that's sensational. So look, you can obviously sensationalize India and 10 on the trot, but the occasion is what matters. And of course, credit to India for having come down to the finals the way they did. But I think there's something that Australia showed, that they're a team with pedigree.
Okay, I need to throw back to the studio, but thank you so much. And actually, it's nice to see that you've not sort of.
There's no century by Indian in any World Cup final.
Okay, perhaps that is something that needs to be worked upon. You need to grab the game by the scruff of its neck. Australia did that. They showed Eric why they're a champions team, and I'm calling it their greatest World Cup triumph, because they started off with 2 losses. They didn't play their best through the tournament, but you know what? They're going back with the World Cup.